Are you two vaccinated? Yeah, but still wearing masks. Are we? Can we ask you about it? We're just doing a general survey on people, whether they're vaccinated, they're not, their opinions on masks.
I'm actually vaccinated and recently immune.
Oh, because you got COVID? So why do you say vaccinated but recently immune?
I'm still in my post-infectious immunity.
Yeah, well, okay, because I just had two family members who had it too, and that's how I found out that I had already had it, you know, it was because the antibody tests don't work so well. But I was sleeping with my wife who had it, obviously, she's my wife.
Our whole household got it.
Okay, but you said vaccinated, but you said now immune, so you're saying
post-infectious immunity.
Right, yeah. But you didn't use immune for vaccine, is there a reason for that?
You're not completely immune to the vaccine the same way you're not completely immune after you've had the infection.
Right. No, I agree. But it seems like, yeah, you probably seem to think that having the virus gives you more immunity than the vaccine, the way you phrased it.
Oh, that's a known fact.
Yeah, okay. No, yeah, that's actually a question we're asking people, what they think about the vaccine versus natural immunity. Do you think the government should, do you think that people who have already had it should be exempt from, for example, like mandates, if they've already had COVID?
Yeah, because the immunity you have in your post-infectious phase does not stay with you forever, and it's not, I mean, it's to the strain you had. I mean, that's just.
So you believe
that's
that
like saying like you shouldn't get a flu vaccine every year.
Well, but you just said you have more immunity from the
in the immediate post-infectious period.
Okay.
I still have antibodies from my body actively fighting.
Right.
The virus.
But you don't believe you had those from the vaccine.
You have antibodies, but it's different.
Not as strong.
Yeah, it's different when your body has ramped up with antibodies.
Okay.
Versus your body has been trained to recognize the virus and deploy antibodies.
So,
same thing with when you get monoclonal antibody treatment.
Right. That's very temporary.
It is.
But so I just want to make sure. So you're teaching me here. If you get the virus, right, your natural immunity, you believe, or you're saying, wears off faster than the vaccine immunity and doesn't recognize variants.
A different type of immunity.
Right. That doesn't recognize variants.
It depends on what the variants are.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing why they're reevaluating all the vaccines for, like, are they providing ample immunity to the different variants?
What if the opposite were to be true scientifically? What if natural immunity actually prevented reinfection with variants more than the vaccine? Would you think that the government should take that into account? So, well, let's say, what if it was? Let's say it is true, because it is. Do you think that then the government should take that into account when doing the mandates, if someone has had it and can, you know, show that through a test?
If they can consistently prove that someone has full immunity, then it would be a different conversation, but that's just not how...
How many people have had COVID twice versus people who have had it after being vaccinated?
I don't know.
Almost none. But obviously we know there's a big problem with the vaccines, people still getting it. So this is kind of a totality. We're just saying, well, what sort of, when we balance people's freedoms versus the vaccine, do you think it should be a mandate across the board?
I'm done with this.
Okay. I would encourage you following the science, though. Natural immunity is stronger. Yeah, it's stronger against all variants. The vaccine isn't. Just read up on the science. Go to CDC. Literally everything she said was the opposite of the truth.
Oh, there's one.
But she started with, well, I had the vaccine, but now I've just recently become immune. She didn't say immune with the vaccine. Why? Well, because the CDC doesn't say you're immune with the vaccine. They changed the definition of vaccine and immunity. But then she said, well, natural immunity actually, you know, wears off and it doesn't work against the variants. That's the exact opposite of what we're seeing. And that was a justification used for mandating everyone